All right, guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your boy Christian Israel, and you are tuned into the first section of the Christ and Crypto in the Morning show called Long Sum, Short Sum. This is the section of the show where we look at the markets from a technical analysis perspective using Elliott Wave, Fibonacci swing trading, and other different types of indicators to try to give us that edge in which direction is going. So today we're going to look at the overall market because we have had some good things happen over the last week. We have been waiting and waiting and waiting. A great blast off yesterday as expected, caught some longs, made some money, and now we're in that pullback as expected, and we're going to see what to look for. So right now in the last 24 hours, as I said, our last hour, we've had that pullback, and Bitcoin is at $39,034. Ethereum's at $28.96, and the number 3 spot is BNB at 401.03, and the number 4 spot is XRP at 62.80, and the number 5 spot is Solana at 90.06, and the number 6 spot is Terra Luna at 84.05, and the number 7 spot is Cardano, also known as ADA, at 84.55, and that is some cents. And the number 8 spot is Dogecoin at 13.3 cents. And the number 9 spot is Polkadot at $15.71. And to round out the top 10 of utility tokens, we are at $64.12, which is Avalanche, also known as AVAX. So that is where we are right now, rocking and rolling. And let's go through some of the charts because if you guys were here in the last 48 hours, you have had some chance to make some money. Called it, not just here, but also in the stock market. So in the stock market, this is what we have been looking at, guys. This is our NASDAQ over here on the daily, and this is our Dow Jones over here. We had a nice blast up. We're saying this is where we have to go. So we bounced out of those zones that you can see on both sides here. We had to bounce out of those zones, and we did. So now obviously we got to pull back probably to test these zones because these need to hold. So I would not be surprised if we held these levels for the next couple days. So just wanted to give you a shout out and show you that. Same with Bitcoin. Bitcoin also came down to its where it had to come down, which is on the overall move. It's a 2.236 right here. So this is our high, our low on our Fibonacci. You guys know that we're working our way back to the retrace area, and I'll just drag this right on down. This is where we're working our way back to. Sometime in this time frame, that will be the top, the top of the bear market retrace for Bitcoin. I believe right there at 54, right under $55,000. That's why this is called the march back towards 55K. Because at 54K, I believe this is going to roll over. We might get a little wick, touch 55, and then guys, this is going to go from there to down here. That would be another rejection, and this might look like this. Doop, 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 zoop, doop. Again, hard reject, and on down we go. That is what we might be looking at. Okay? I'm not kidding, and when I say down we go, I say $12,000. And so I am calling that less than a year, probably a little less than a year ahead of time. So we'll see how that works. But Bitcoin held its level. The next target we are looking for is to see if it breaks 42.6. Pretty simple. That is what we are looking for. And you can see this is an upward channel that we had on Bitcoin, working its way up that we followed. Seeing that takes us up to the same 702 of 54.2 here in this area. You can see it highlighted, looking for some type of top in this area. Okay? So Bitcoin is ranging. You can see us ranging. And then we come on down and we broke down out of that channel and created another downward channel. Again, this is the daily. So this was about a week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2 weeks that started this downward channel. And then yesterday we busted out with some great movement. I don't think Yep, a little bit of volume here, not as much sell volume as we had here, but just a little bit of volume. Not completely sold on the breakout yet, because as you can see right now, it is pulling back. So we got to be very careful about that. Now, I want to look at... Yeah, oh man, look, you got the XRP point right there. So we're still waiting on that as well. I don't think we're going to dive into ZXRP right now, because we're really focused on some other things, and one of those being Twitter. I sent this out on our Telegram, what do you say? Our trading cronies, right? Our trading cronies group. I sent this out on Twitter, and just a little bit of, how do you say, a little entry when I started hearing the news. And we'll go over the news later, but the news basically is Elon Musk is forwarding to make that purchase on Twitter right now. So we went ahead and set along in there to come and combat this and see if we can get some up movement. We got on the weekly, RSI is moving up. So we'll see. Set a little long for that to be in a good place, because that's really what we want. As you can see here, possible cup and handle. And I really don't know. That's not a lot, but this is just April. Kind of came down on our parabola on Twitter. And this is the news when he started offering to sell. And we've kind of had this correction, but it looks like we're getting, after that pullback, we're taking a chance here. And I'm going to be honest. We're taking a chance because we have a high and a low. High, low. And this is where we're taking our chance. We're taking our chance that this level, 4.414, is going to hold. That's what we're taking our chance on, okay? So, if this holds, and you can see that massive jump right there from our entry point to the opening, which puts us funny right back in the parabola, like right back in it naturally. And this was drawn. It broke out. It was drawn a couple days ago. As we were looking for an entry, I was looking for a possible entry down here. We didn't make it, but we entered here at the 4.4, and it's now up. So we're going to watch that over the next couple days and see if we can take advantage, because if this breaks and stays above 51.62, we can track our way up to see where that's going, heading back towards $90 for the end of this cycle. So I'm not sure what craziness is going to happen there, but we will see. So let's go ahead and look at a couple others. ARK is one that we are paying attention to. ARK looks like it also sold off this morning, which I am not surprised, because ARK does what? It follows Bitcoin. It had a nice pump up yesterday. And I'm going to look here and see if I went. Yeah, I think I got an ARK long here somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Got an ARK long here somewhere. There it is. Yep. So we got in. We're a little down right now, mainly because this thing is going in the opposite direction as we speak. There we go. So I'm gonna make sure looking at where this is going. A little pullback here. Nothing wrong there. But we're down just a little bit. Our entry, guys, just in case you're curious, was 49.50. Okay, so 49.50. It broke up, broke back down. So we're seeing just a little bit of a back test. And we're going to see if that continues, because the 0.5 is what needs to hold. If this decides to break, I'm gonna delete that real quick so I can see. If this decides to break below this 0.5 right here, I'm gonna drag that over wherever that goes so you guys can see. There we go. So much movement. ARK Fund breaks below that, it will break lower. But here's what we've looked at. The overall of this is the area that we want to be in. So we're down in here. We're hoping this holds, and we'll see. Our stop loss is at 38, which is way down here. So this will be one that we hold through the Bitcoin move. So I wanted you guys to see that. Now, another one. Let's look at AVAX real quick, because AVAX is what we've also been watching, which is Avalanche. And as expected, called this, yesterday, that this might break out yesterday. And it actually ended up doing a full 4.414 all the way there. Okay. And coming back down to back test this breakout. So we're looking for a re-entry here. If we're really happy, if we really can get it, maybe back test this 702 here and come all the way back to 6175-ish. You know, so we're going to be watching this area, because that definitely broke up. I would not be surprised if this area holds, but maybe a little bounce to 65, come back down to 77 or 62. So we're going to watch AVAX, but it did kind of what we are expecting it. The issue is here, though, when you have this come down, a lot of people were calling for a breakdown to here and continue its direction coming down here. Okay, that's what a lot of people saw, down to 45, and that's what will happen if we don't hold and come back and back test 61.5 and it holds. So that is something we are looking for in AVAX. I know we got some quick movements across the board. I'm just going down the ticker right now. Curve is something we really took advantage of yesterday. Okay, and this is just an update on these, and I will continue to go out and about. But now Curve has... We made a little bit of money on Curve. We shorted it twice yesterday just for a couple 1% gains. If you're margin trading, we made more than 1% gains. We figured the fill target is 247. It did come down to 254. We entered it up here twice at 262. So two different times at this level at 266 and 262 coming on down. So I just got a notification that according to an article, 33% of Brits have now purchased or own cryptocurrency. Congratulations on that. So, making sure we got some sound there. So we're watching Curve to continue. It did explode. I am looking specifically, guys, for a 5x move over the next 14 days. So I'm going to dive in and look specifically for that after the weekend maybe, and that will be my Monday morning or Tuesday discussion. The one asset that I believe is gonna, and we're gonna walk through that trade together. Okay, whether it be a short or a long, we're gonna walk through that trade together. So here's Curve continuing its move down. Let me see here. Yep, there is Curve continuing its move down. So we will see where that goes. It looks like 260 is in the buckets there. So we'll see. Let's see, what else do we have here? Today is just a quick overview of all the tokens that we have really discussed. Someone had me look at Flux. Nope, no one had me look at Flux. I think I saw this on the Lunar social media, looking for possibly a back test on Flux at 147. If that's something you guys are interested in. Flux is on a couple things, but seeing this kind of work its way out, you see it break down there, and now it's working its way back. So I would not be surprised to finish at 147 just to see. I'm gonna get rid of that parabola because we don't need that. Litecoin is another one. Look at that. Look what Litecoin just did. Litecoin just fell off a map. Wow. Did everything else? Am I looking? Oh, did everything fall like that just now and I'm missing it? We're going to have to go and look at some other tokens because this just went kaboof. Yeah, like an hour ago. This is not what this chart looked like an hour ago, but that just saved. That saved me from a possible long. And we're going to go ahead and go high, low, high just to see what, just see what's going on. High and a low to get a better count. 1 point up, straight to the 2.414. We might get a full pullback. Looking for $99. We get into the $99, even though this is 2.414, might hold at 103. If 103 doesn't hold, we'll be looking at $99 on down. Let's look at Sand. Sand just did it too. Did Bitcoin really just do that too? Yeah, everything just kind of... I'm glad I got rid of my longs this morning. I'm really glad I closed out my longs, get out of profit, and then I was, like I said, I was shorting Curve, but I closed Curve down last night before I went to bed because I don't want trades open when I sleep anymore, period. That's one thing I have learned is I do not care. Unless that trade is up like 4,000% or something stupid, right? Which is rare. I don't think I've ever had a trade that's gone up that much. But if I do, and when I do, which would be awesome, like a margin trade, that's something I keep open overnight. But now when these markets are so volatile, I'm not longing and keeping it open overnight just because there's no point. That's the whole point of Elliott wave trading, right? The whole point of us using Fibonacci is to be able to swing these. Now, I don't do that with my holds, okay? I say this. I buy XRP, I hold XRP. I have HRR, I hold. And all my DLT stuff, we hold. I don't swing trade those things because it's risky. It's really, really risky. Okay, so that's where I am there. Let me give you guys, I know I've been doing this. Let me see if I can give you guys a big screen just to give you a little more room here to see me. There we go. Wonderful. All right, now, so let's look at, let me go ETH, and then I see MNW, which I think is also on this chart. So I'll go take a look at it. Let's see here. Yeah, got a little bounce right there. Just maybe a little morning sell-off, right? We're gonna check this because this is where we want to hold. So let's look at MNW, right? Yeah, which is the Morpheus network, M3 or Web3 web stuff. And normally I would look at this and go, oh, well, look at that. That looks like it's like this wants to do this right off the jump. That looks like this wants to break out. However, it's so far down this falling wedge there, Ilya. So far down this that normally when it does this kind of thing, like this is notes for, right? And how do I show you that? I will show you that right now because it just blew my mind. And I'm looking at, was it here that I saw that? I'm going to show you. We just saw that. Yeah. There it is. Like we just saw that same thing. Here's your falling wedge. Okay. And what it did here is come into it. Right? So that's the same thing. I'm not saying it's going to go all the way down there, right? But I'm just saying that that's where it happened to fall to. What's going on here? You're not deleting? Delete that. Thank you. So we're going to watch that. I'd be careful. I'd be really careful because this is down 8% of the last 24 hours. And we just had a pump yesterday. So we really, really want to see. Let's see. Maybe just a pullback to scare. Yeah, look at that. Quick liquidation, pullback, come back down. I am looking for long entries on this little fake out. We do see XRP breaking below, and I think that's something we should look at before I get out of here because don't you guys come here for XRP? I mean, that's pretty much why you come here. I think a lot of people do. I do. I come here to look at XRP every single day. And this is what we're seeing. So it did not quite finish. But you know what's crazy? This is what I said could happen. And I got to remember what chart. I streamed yesterday for another service. I could do an hour and a half for people who buy, people who purchase alerts, right? And I told you guys that I started doing that for somebody else. I'm like, man, why am I doing that for somebody else? Let me do that for my people. And that's why we're starting our alerts group. So if you're interested in getting there and kind of getting alerts and calls for the crypto market, especially as we go into the bull run, you'll be able to come here, see the TA, what I'm doing, and then in the Telegram group, and then maybe like on Sunday nights or something, we'll get going once we settle where we can do just a stream just for paid members. I know people are telling me get the Discord running. The Discord is up and running. However, I do not have time to run it myself or moderators to help me run it yet. So we're working that out, and as we move, we'll get there. But this is what I expected in XRP was to come up here, fake out, come down, 61, fire back up. That is what I'm expecting XRP to do. That is what I am expecting XRP to do, and the rest of the market, to be honest, because it's kind of how volatile it really is. And I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, look at this on the 5-minute. Like, this is a real sell-off. This is deep. This is deep to kind of get some liquidity for all the goofies who locked themselves in and bought this candle. Now, I definitely bought a couple of these yesterday, but I also made money and got out up here, right? Closed it out because we don't want to be. So we'll be looking at getting that entry. It's giving that all back. It is giving it all back right now. And I'm just curious. Is Twitter at least going up for me? Because that is the one long I set out this morning. Okay, good. Man, because I'm like, come on, Twit. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I'm trying to have a good morning. Netflix. Whoa. Netflix was something we longed yesterday too. And that thing just fired up and then opened and dumped hard this morning. So we're seeing what is going on specifically in these markets. I'm curious because look at that movement. Let's look at the NASDAQ one more time before we get out of here. Thought Netflix would have a bounce. Doesn't look like Netflix had a bounce. The IDOC came up. I had to go ahead and see what was going on. I had to put on Squat Box behind me real quick. But just to see what, boom. So we are hoping levels hold. Scary sell-off this morning if you just entered on the breakouts yesterday. And I'm going to tell you, I think I entered Netflix. I think I sent out one for Netflix. These are some of the ones that we were trying to catch those bottoms in. Let's see here. Going to look. Yep. So it is continuing to rock its way back down. I mean, all the way back down. 1-to-1 bounce breakdown. So we're going to see if this is going to continue across the board. Obviously, a lot of sell pressure. And we just need to watch because I am looking across the board at these. Whew. And I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm going to look to see here if anyone else is getting in these. Let's see. Yep. Partial closing. Target. First target hit 318. Stop loss on QQQ. Litecoin coming all the way back. It did bounce. We're gonna hold this out here. Bounce. S&P coming back for a 0.5 bounce. Okay. Not scary, just back testing. Not scary, guys. Just back testing. That's what I'm gonna set on. Look at that. Everything is just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think that's what I'm looking at. This is back test central right now. Everything. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Ugly RSI. All the way down, and we want to really go back and see what's happening on that daily, and it's just a small rejection there. Last but not least, we want to look at the total market cap, and then guys, we will get out of here. Yeah, Bitcoin, look at that. Wick on up. See this? 38.5 on up. All right, total 2. I just need to see, guys, if we are above. Right, look, back testing. That's what I thought. Back tested exactly $1 trillion. Okay, so don't be scared. The market cap outside of Bitcoin is just back tested. It fired up. That's all. Let's get a look on that. Fired up and is now officially back testing. I'll give you an arrow. 1 trillion. Right there. Okay. So that's what I am seeing in the market. Scratch my nose. So be very careful. Don't get nervous. It happens, right? But look at that. Just a back test. Just a back test. What do you think? Is this just a back test? Is crypto falling apart? Was yesterday a fake pump? Or are we going to have a sell-off in the morning after that excitement to get some people into it? Now people will start short selling again, and then we pump these markets. So we're going to see. I'm going to watch this closely tonight because as we long some of those things, yes, Twitter has held its own, but what hasn't held its own are some of these others. And that, for instance, this dump on Netflix, which is just disgusting ugly, right? But it did not come down to make a lower low. Okay, did not come down to make a lower low yet. Yet. So we will see. What else? And I think that's where we're done for the day. Yep, I'm done there. We will see. I'll catch your boy tomorrow. No one likes these dumps. And in fact, these stuff just doesn't really make sense anymore. So be very careful all you are. And this is exactly why we don't swing trade our investment holdings. Because you don't know, right? You don't know on the massive scale with liquidity, with the rest of the market, We had a great day to end the day yesterday, and then as soon as the markets open, red, 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 dump, 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 fire sale. The question is the fire sale over? Or are they trying to completely kill market sentiment? You guys tell me. I'm your boy, Christian Israel, and you are tuned into the first section of Christ and Crypto in the Morning. This is Long Sum, Short Sum. Please do that social media thing. Thank you, guys. God bless, and I'll catch you later. Bye, guys. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and do the thing that people do on social media. At Twitter, at TikTok, New Creation Capital. Let us know, guys. Thanks so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Later, guys.